More tea for me. Host Smith, also the author of Anya's Ghost Stories, Volume 1 and Volume 2, The Return of the Dead. A new story for you guys. It is 8 p.m. The new story is called The Boy at the Train Farm. That's a new one. I hope you guys like it. I have this little light here. So we got some boxes that we're going to pack up our stuff. I got some tea going. Also, we have these little disposable cups that we're going to use, and glass tea mugs. Have paper plate, getting ready to pack up our shit. But anyway, yeah, we went to check our new house. It's still going very well, and also they're still working on the new house that we're going to live. So anyway, I just want to say thank you guys for subscribing with us. Please continue doing that. So I'm going to continue to go live stream right here on YouTube. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys are ready for this new episode. So I hope you are doing okay. I mean, today I was in McDonald's, had some food, then we dropped off a friend of ours back at his place. So Harry hung out there for like almost an hour, but I read one page. But I got new headphones. They're pretty adorable. It's pink, rechargeable, yes. Also, I have a little number in the front. I have about 78% on the new headphones. I also have the ones with the cord in it. It's in my bag. So anyway, let's get started on. You guys are ready? So we are in episode 132. So here comes the tea. I love drinking tea. It's really good. So anyway, everything is going well. So here's the tea. It's kind of hot, so I'm just gonna slide over, let it cool off a little bit before I start drinking it. Usually I have an actual ceramic tea mug, but right now we've got disposable cups. Anyway, it's all good. I just don't want it to knock it over. And this is for work. This is for my podcast. This is why I love doing it from home. This laptop is very expansive from my friend. So, Chris, I hope you don't knock this thing over.
I won't.
So I'm just going to let it cool off a little bit before I drink it.
Good.
Anyway, my husband is packing up some stuff now. So we're just going to use paper plates and disposable cups. Anyway, let's get started on the story. Please click like, share, and subscribe to Ghosting with Anya. It's a bit long, but I hope you guys can listen to the story very carefully. So tomorrow we will be going a walkthrough of our new house. And we've got our MUD set up, which is like about, well, you know, it's like paying bills for like gas and water, that sort of thing. Maybe also paying for the heater and the fan, but you know, it's all good. So it's for our new house instead of this house. Soon we'll get everything out of this place, and we will be at the new house. God knows how long, maybe another few decades, maybe 10 years, maybe more. So let's get started on the story. Just sit back and relax. Please click like, share, and subscribe, and let's get started on the story. We're still on season 5, episode 132. So, it's called The Boy at the Train Platform. We're on episode 132. Please listen to it very carefully. If you have any questions or any opinions and what you guys think about this story, please leave me a comment down below. So, anyway, let's get started. Tommy had not planned to stay overnight in the city, but a canceled connection left him stranded with a duffel bag, a dead phone charger, and a long stretch of hours until the morning train. The station was older than most, still in use. A broad stone building with drafty corridors, flickering digital boards, and a platform extending into the dark like sentence. Unfinished by midnight, the coffee counter had closed. The waiting area was nearly empty, and the few remaining passengers had that temporary, exhausted look of people who belonged. Now until departure, Tommy considered getting a hotel, but decided against wasting the money for just a few hours. He found a bench near platform 3, zipped his coat higher, and settled in with the half-alert posture of a man, pretending he was not worried about sleeping in public. It was when he noticed the boy standing at the far end of the platform. Something tells me that he's seeing a child in the platform of the train. Perhaps maybe Tommy has no idea, maybe that this is a ghost of a little boy. We don't know, but let's find out. So, let me know what you think of this story. So, please let me know what you think. And I would love to hear it from you guys. Anyway, this can be related to anything. I know I've said it a million times every night, but I just want to make sure you guys knew what I'm talking about. So, yeah. All right, let's continue on the story. The child looked no older than 9. He wore short pants, a button coat too thin for the weather, and a small cap that seemed decades out of date. At first, Tommy assumed the boy must be with one of the late passengers, though it struck him as odd that a child would be left to stand so far from any adult. The boy did not fidget or pace. He simply faced the tracks, hands at his sides, as if waiting for something with complete certainty. Tommy watched him off and on for nearly 10 minutes before finally approaching a station employee to mention that a child appeared to be alone. The employee, a tired woman with a badge reading Rita, glanced toward platform 3 and saw nothing at all. When Tommy pointed slightly on the no children were supposed to be that late. Yet by the time he looked back, the boy was gone. This is so weird. I mean, if I were Tommy, I would continue investigating this whole thing. So I hope you guys are not scared of this story, but I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. A lot of spirits are haunting the trains, like in a train station. Apparently the train station has been run down for God knows how long, since like 1940s or 50s or something. No one has used the trains in very long time. But when no one uses the trains anymore, which means they decided to use cars or planes, but nobody uses the trains ever again unless they go in a subway somewhere in the modern world, like in a 21st century version, just to get to the other side of the town. But nobody has ever used a platform trains since like it was shut down and abandoned for many decades. I just hope you guys know what I meant. So anyway, I just hope you guys are brave enough to know what I'm thinking. I mean, if you have any opinions, please let me know. Let's continue on the story. Tommy told himself the whole thing was ordinary. A family had moved on. He had lost sight of them, and the station's strange acoustics were making the night feel more dramatic than it was still. When he returned to his bench, he found a folded train ticket resting where he had been sitting. The paper was yellowed and brittle, not like anything issued in the present decade. Printed across the top was a route number, discontinued long before Tommy had been born. More unsettling than that, the ticket had clipped already as though it had been used. He brought it to Rita, expecting her to tell him some history enthusiast or prankster had left it behind. Instead, she looked at it for a long time and asked quietly where he had gotten it. When he told her, she asked what the boy on the platform had been wearing. I think something tells me that Rita somehow maybe knew what the history of the train station platform would look like. Maybe, like, say, in the 1930s or 40s, when a child got missing in the train station or died somehow, got bound to that place and end up haunting it. Perhaps maybe this little kid, age 9, perhaps maybe was looking for his mommy and daddy just to, I don't know, take him back home where he belongs, safe and sound. So maybe Rita might know, or she might have to talk to some kind of local historians and see what happens. So I hope you guys are still, very brave enough. Leave me a comments down below if you think this child is actually haunting the place where he died, like literally in somewhere in 1940s. So let's find out. Rita led Tommy into a tiny back office lined with incident binders and old station photos from a drawer. She pulled a black and white image of Platform 3 taken somewhere in the 1940s. Several passengers stood beside a train with hats, coats, and luggage, their faces turned in various directions. Near the front of the crowd was the same boy Tommy had seen, cap, thin coat, and all. Rita explained that people working nights at the station sometimes reported a child on Platform 3 when schedules ran off and passengers were left waiting in that heavy stretch between midnight and dawn. According to station lore, the boy had become separated from his mother during wartime travel and stepped too close to the tracks in the confusion of a departure. Some stories said he fell, others said he jumped down trying to retrieve something. Everyone agreed he never boarded the train he had been waiting for. Something tells me this little 9-year-old child got separated from his mom, and maybe I think he dropped something and tried to get it, but somehow he got hit by a train. Maybe nobody killed this little boy, but I think somehow he died by getting hit by a train. No wonder why he never got a chance to get inside the train and go straight home with his mother. So the mother somehow maybe saw what happened and or didn't know that her child got hurt, passed away somehow, or got separated. The mother somehow got scared and was looking for her baby. He was 9 years old, and we don't know if this child had a name, or it could be like maybe Edward or Thomas or Edwin, or I don't know. We need to see. I don't know. We might have to figure it out who this child really was when this child died in 1940. I'm guessing in 1941. About the same year when my people fought against the Germans in 1940s. I mean, we had no choice but to defend ourselves. So literally, the Germans are tried to like kill us, or I don't know, take us out of our country, like I don't know, ran us out or something like that, or take us as slaves or whatever they tried to do to us in 1940s. But we had no choice but to defend ourselves in our country. We had to do something about it. But when the war ended in 1945, everything shifted. People have passed away. Some people might be in hiding. I don't know. But now the Russians and the Germans have been friends, which means I'm Russian and my husband's German, half German, just a little tiny part of it. Maybe like what, 10% German?
Sure, yeah.
He's like 10% German. I'm like 50% Russian and 50% Azerbaijani and Turkish at the same time. So, but yeah, we became really good friends and we ended up together and nothing's changed. I mean, we didn't hurt each other, but we are literally making it better as we are getting to know each other a lot more instead of judging. So this is how the Germans and Russians became good friends. Well, it's just me and Chris. But my people literally are still like in defending themselves against the Germans. Anyway, let's get back to the story. We're in 22 minutes now. So hopefully we'll be done maybe before 1 hour or maybe less than 1 hour. We'll probably get to like another 30 minutes. Maybe another 20. It depends. Tommy laughed nervously at first because the story felt too neat, too tailored to the mood of an old station at night. But Rita did not smile. She said the strangest part was that the boy did not appear to everyone, only to people traveling alone or unexpectedly delayed. Station staff had no official policy on it because, as she put it, what would the policy even be? Some employees believed he was harmless and simply trapped in a final loop, awaiting others thought he was searching for someone to notice him. Before the train arrived, Rita admitted she had once heard footsteps pacing the platform after all trains had cleared, followed by a child's voice asking, "Did she come back?" After that, Tommy found the station's emptiness less restful and more observant. Wow. It's so sad that a young little boy at the train station and somehow got bound to that place where it happened. A young child, age of 9, still looking for his mother. He thought maybe his mother would come back and claim him. I guess the mother never did because somehow she died too, but in a different place. Maybe in a hospital, but you never know. So a child is still there at the train station, platform 3. I mean, if I were, I don't know, his mother, I would make sure my child got to the train safe and sound. Or we would have taken our own car and drove home instead of taking the train. I don't have children, so I don't even know if I can become an actual mom to a human child. So, but I would know if my child is in danger. I would make sure my child gets rescued and brought back to me. A young child is dead, and the mother also might be dead, but still separated from her baby. In a way, I am a mom, but to a cat. My cat is only like 10 years old. She cannot speak, but she can meow a lot. So that's her way of talking to myself and to her dad. So whatever she wants, she can get whatever it is that we have for her, like food, water, treats, maybe toys, but she doesn't like toys. She just likes to lay down and sleep and clean herself up, trying to get to outside. We always catch up to her, pick her up, take her back to the house, make sure she is safe where she is. She's on the couch right now, but we have a couple weeks until we get the new couch. We're gonna get rid of the ones we have right now. So anyway, we are in 27 minutes. So let's continue on the story before I stop the story. Let me know what you think about the story, and we'll get the best answers for you guys. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know, and I will try my best to get some answers, and I'll try to reply to you all. Please let me know what you think. At 2:17 a.m., the overhead announcement system crackled with static and briefly lit up with a route number that no longer existed. Platform 3, the screen read, though no train was scheduled there for hours. Tommy and Rita both saw it before either could speak. A distant whistle sounded from the end of the track. A whistle, old and low, not the sharper sound of modern engines. Tommy stepped onto the platform, despite Rita telling him not to. There, the station lights. The boy again. He was closer. Only a few yards away, and Tommy could see the expression on his face clearly. He did not look frightened. He looked hopeful. Then he held out one small hand, and resting it was a lady's glove, stained dark at the fingertips. The whistle sounded again, louder now, though no train appeared. Wind rose suddenly through the platform with enough force to loose paper and tug at Tommy's coat. The boy looked down the track, then back at Tommy, and asked in a voice so ordinary it was worse than a ghostly whisper, "Can you give it to her?" Tommy, unable to do anything else, took the glove as though just lifted from snow. The moment it left the boy's hand, the platform lights flickered. The whistle cut off and platform 3 stood empty except for Tommy and Rita in the morning. After barely sleeping at all, Tommy took the glove to the tiny historical display in the station lobby and placed it beneath the photograph. There was no reason to think it mattered, yet by the next night, Rita later told him no one saw the boy waiting on platform 3 again. That is so sad. My God, this child is so sad he didn't get to be with his mommy again just because he passed away in a platform 3 train station. He got hit by a train. It was so tragic. It was so suddenly unexpected at the very young age. His mommy was looking for him and still hasn't found him. The child is still lingering around, looking for someone to notice him. It was just so sad and tragic. Okay, guys, we are done with the story. Now we are going to the question. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. If you guys know any of this, if it's related to any of you guys or to any activity going on, if you guys take the trains all the time, like maybe for work, business, or whatever you guys are doing, please leave me a comment down below. So let's get started on the questions. We are in 32 minutes now. So I hope you guys are okay, you know? Are you scared yet? Please let me know what you're thinking. Would you have approached the boy on the platform? Of course I would. Yes, I would. I would literally would investigate the train station, the platform 3. If I saw a child, I would really want to talk to this little boy, find out how he passed away, how can he be connected to the train station, and can he find his way out? Can he find his mom and find a safer place or something? Can he find peace or something? I would totally do that if I were Tommy. My Hollywood as well. So
yep.
Okay, let's go to number 2. Why do you think he appeared stranded travelers?
Because maybe he was called to certain ones.
Perhaps, yeah. Perhaps maybe Tommy was chosen, including Rita. I mean, they both were chosen somehow, and maybe Rita knew that this child appeared to only the people who are alone and stranded, don't know what to do. Perhaps maybe Tommy had a gift. Maybe he could have helped this little boy. Maybe he traveled through time back into 1940s when the war was still going on. So perhaps the little boy is still lingering in that platform 3 of the train station. We don't know, because I haven't been to that train station in 2 decades. For me, it's been over 2 decades. I was only 10 when I went to the train station to get to another country with, my parents, because I was moving to another life, a better one. So it's been 26 years now for me, or 27 years. So, anyway, I think Tommy was chosen, and perhaps now he might do good, maybe help spirits finding their way into the afterlife, find peace, hopefully find their loved ones that were separated in life. I would probably do the same. My husband would too. So let's go to number 2, or actually number 3. What is more unsettling, the old ticket or the glove?
The glove.
I think the glove and the ticket at the same time. Because when the little boy gave the glove to Tommy and Rita, I think the boy chose Tommy and Rita to let people know what happened to Tommy, what happened to the little boy. Perhaps maybe this child's name was Tommy as well. Maybe it was, but we don't really know. But since Tommy and Rita took the glove, put it in the train station lobby, it's like the article, and it probably says something about a child being hit by a train and dying instantly. So that child is still there. Maybe he found hope, found love again, found peace, perhaps. That is the reason why Tommy and Rita were chosen. But I think it's the glove. That's what it is. Let's go to number 4. Do you believe Tommy helped the boy leave? Yes, did. I think the boy definitely found peace and finally left the plane. So I think Tommy did the right thing. Rita did the right thing. So Rita knew that the boy was there. The boy just wanted to get someone to notice him, to remember him, to acknowledge him. The child wanted everyone to know who he was in life and what happened to him when he was a little boy, when he was only 9 years old, and he is still 9 years old. He can't grow old. A lot of spirits who die and end up in a ghostly plane pretty much cannot grow old. They stay the same as they passed away. So I think Tommy did the right thing. I'm so proud that Tommy finally believes in ghost stories, and he can help spirits find their way out and find peace, leave this dreadful place, and be very happy where he is now with other spirits in heaven. That's where this child might be by now. Anyway, let's go to number 5. We have about 5 questions left before I sign off. It is almost 9 o'clock, and I gotta get ready for tomorrow because we have an appointment with our new property manager at 1 p.m., maybe like 1:30 p.m., and I have a different appointment, which is I have a dentist appointment in the morning, like late morning to early afternoon. So I gotta get ready. Anyway, let's do another episode by tomorrow night, same time as always. Let's go to number 5. We'll get to the next episode by tomorrow night. Why are train stations so powerful settings for ghost stories? The reason why is because a lot of spirits are bound to these stories and other places. It's so powerful because it has a history. a lot of ghost stories have places that have history and everything that has happened before my time, before my husband. So, let me ask you guys who are watching the show right now. Do you think that places like train stations are very powerful of the settlings? Let me know what you think. And there's a lot of ghost stories. It's a ghost story because it's so powerful, because it helps other spirits find peace, and they wanted us to tell them their story so they can find happiness again and peace, so they can, watch over us in the afterlife, like from up the heavens. That's where it happens. The reason why they're so powerful, because it want us to know what they have told us.
Yes, baby.
That's exactly what these stories are for. They want us to tell their stories so they can find peace and hope.
Yes.
And love, especially in heaven. All right, let's go to number 6. Would you have stepped onto platform 3 after the old route number appeared? Yeah, I would love to investigate it. I mean, if I got the ticket, I would love to travel through time and see what happened. See what the train station used to look like back in 1940s. Literally, they would show me all the people who were in the platform 3 of the train station in the early 1940s. How the child passed away, how can he linger around, and how can he find peace in heaven with his mom, if he ever found his mom. We'll have to figure it out. So I would literally do that, investigate it. I would ask a lot of questions and get some answers from the dead. Like, literally. And I would realize that this was history. This is what really happened. And I would finally understand it. I would want to remember it. My husband would remember that.
Yes, he would.
And my lady. Hi, it's mommy. My little kitty's watching mommy work. My little kitty's watching me do my job. I love my baby so much. Let's go to number 7. We're almost done with this episode. We are in 43 minutes, almost up to 44, literally 43 minutes. So let's continue on. What do the boy meant by "can you give it to her"? I think he meant the woman named Rita, who was in the office of the train station lobby. Perhaps the boy wanted her to have it, and the boy wanted her to remember this child. He wanted her to remember what he looked like, what he used to wear, and he wanted her to know that he found peace, that he finally left the time loop. I think he chose her and Tommy to tell the story from 19 he died, and now he finally at peace. All right, let's go to number 8. Is waiting a strong enough emotion to haunt a place? Of course there is. Yes. I mean, if I spirit, I would literally haunt the place where it happened, want to find closure and just anything like more evidence. I would choose the right people, let them tell my story. I would want to tell them what happened, show them what happened to me, as this child would want to let Tommy and Rita tell the people of the tourists what happened to this kid in the past. I would totally want to do that too if I were that person. But my answer is yes. It's a strong, weighting enough emotions. So spirits have the power to do whatever they want. It depends who they choose. He chose the right people. Let's go to number 9. I have about 2 questions before I sign off. We are in 46 minutes. Do you think Rita had seen more than she admitted? Yes, of course she did. Rita somehow was afraid how she would react, that she was still in process, and when she only told someone who never believed in ghosts until Tommy showed up at the platform train station where he saw this child. So somehow Tommy now knows, and Rita somehow no longer afraid, but she really told Tommy what happened. Somehow she's still processing in that, but at least know who this child was, but they never got a name of this child. All right, let's go to number 10, because we are in the last question. If you were delayed alone in an old station, would you stay awake all night? Yes, I would. Of course I would. I would not want to sleep there, but I would stay awake and see what happens. So, my goal is to get a lot of evidence and investigate a lot of haunted places.
Sounds like fun, babe.
Yeah, probably. It could be very fun. This is what I do.
I think we're going to go to the Jesse James Museum in St. Joe this year.
Good. That's good. I really want to do that, yes. So good. We are definitely going to a Jesse James museum and see if we can get the evidence of the spirits, see if we can see one, talk to the spirits and see if we can get any answers. Okay, we are out of time. I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. That's all we have for tonight. So cheers to the next episode that we'll be doing by tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you all tomorrow. The next episode we'll be doing is The Tenant Below the Floorboards. This is a new story, and I hope you are ready. So thank you guys for watching, and have a wonderful night. Please click like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you all tomorrow of Ghosting with Anya on YouTube. If you guys want to see my friend's podcast, type Ask Fearless. It's on YouTube, and please subscribe to his channel. He will be doing his episodes next Tuesday morning for 3 hours, like always. So Anyway, have a wonderful night. And thanks for watching. Please click like, share, and subscribe. Bye.